Hello and welcome to Xfig tutorial. In this tutorial, I assume that you are comfortable user of Linux. Here I am using Ubuntu 14.04. So let's get started. Xfig is basically a graphic builder available with all popular operating systems. It is known for its export quality images that can be in PDF or in any other PostScript files. So these are some few examples which we can easily make from Xfig. So before proceeding further, we'll be requiring some packages to be installed. So we'll be using Software Center of Ubuntu, which is again a feature of this Linux variant. So first we'll be searching or going for LaTeX, which is again known for its documentation. So we'll type LaTeX, and there I have already installed TechMaker. It's one of the popular editor which for LaTeX developments. And then we'll be going for our Xfig, that is graphic builder packages. And now for linking or for converting our figure files which can be used in our LaTeX processor. So we'll be requiring a converter file. So that will be figure to PostScript. That is an extension or a processing file, you can say. So fig to PS. So again, it's already installed in my system. So it converts fig file into the processed files, especially EPS, that is encapsulated PostScript files, which are very useful for creating documents in LaTeX, and that too of very high quality. So again, proceeding with the tasks which we'll be doing in this tutorial. So we'll be making a transfer function block, which seems easy, but we'll see shortly how to make it. But before, we'll be seeing its property. So there we have. So it's an EPS image with only 60 KB. It seems very large, but this memory, it seems large, but it's very high definition. Again, we can make some flowcharts also. So currently it's an ODE solver, ordinary differential equation solver. We can easily search for any algorithm. Like, we are not here for discussing the same, but we'll shortly see. So we'll be making this transfer function block in Xfig. Within 2 minutes, we'll see how to make it. But for start, we'll be keeping our pace relevant. So let's get started with Xfig. So this is the program file which pops up when you start the Xfig. And then this is the canvas part where we can draw our images. Actually, you can draw outside also, but that provides our references. And this scales will be useful for creating our images. That is A4 size page. So for time being, our mission, our aim will be to make this transfer function block there. We can zoom in or zoom out using mouse button, left click, right click, or the middle scroll click. And for surfing for file or edit, we have to hold the left button to see that post down menu or pop down menu. And we can search for how to make or how to proceed for the image building in Xfig, which is again a well-documented file. So let's start with something known as line. So there is a guider actually here. This is guider. It will guide you when to start and where to halt. So first point we have put in canvas, and now we'll press the scroll. There we go. Similarly, let's put some points also by clicking center right button. And in order to full screen or to have proper perspective, we can press Control Z. For using the blocks which are useful for building, we have shortcuts like M or Control E, which is listed in the parenthesis. So let's try for delete. So we'll press D. There we go. So now we can delete the unwanted objects. So let's delete it. Now before, this is A4 size, it's very huge in perspective also. So we'll be using some real measurements. So above we have some centimeter scale. So first let me demonstrate with a box. So we can choose anywhere, but to be precise, we require some good arrangement. So we can start from 0 and we can make a 10 by 5 box, but we can choose with the grids also, so that it restricts the centimeters or the measurement options. So you can go for wherever you like. Same goes with the vertical scale also. So let's choose some good resolution grids, snap grids. So we'll be making a 10 by 5 box or 10 centimeter by 5 centimeter box, which is more than enough for our transfer function. So just concentrate in their mouse button guider. So again, we can go for any document there. Like right clicking, it will cancel the process. So let's frame, like our block will be framed within another box. So first, let's make a 4 by 5 or 5 by 10. There, if we can see that vertical scale there. So we'll be starting from 8 to 2 in vertical and 16 to 6 in horizontal scale. So let's zoom it. So we'll be pressing Control Z. But before, let me show you this also. To cancel, we can click right button. So let's press Control Z. So it gets automatically adjusted to the window. Now for having more resolution, we'll reduce our point position to much dense snaps. And then for our transfer function introduction, we'll be making a small block again. Let's from 10 centimeter we'll start, and vertically we'll be taking around 1 centimeter, let's say, or yes, 1 centimeter, and then keep it there on itself. And then we'll be choosing line, but we require an arrowhead. So we'll be setting the arrowhead. There you go. So we'll select the arrow mode, that will be arrow, and the choice of arrow, which we can have filled. Similarly, we can have thickness also. So we are using snaps, and that mouse guider, it's guiding how to use it. So before going for fair diagram, we'll be practicing there. There we go. So let's try something else more. So this was freehand diagram, but let's right click and avoid it. There we go. So you can make any angles or any required position. So let's delete by pressing D button. And let's make the fair diagram. So clicking with the left click and then scroll button. And if we zoom to that extent, it doesn't seem to be connecting, but actually it is being connected when we process the final file. So we'll copy the file again, copy the arrow to the output side as well, or to the right side as well. So simply you can press Control C also. And now we require a summer block. So we'll be using a circle. Again, you can use numbers also directly, which when entering a center and then enter a radius value, it will automatically adjust, or else with some practice it will be fine. Again, using Control C, there we go. And then for selecting line, we'll be pressing L or directly selecting from the tab, and then clicking there from the output side, and then left click again, and then using the snaps which we have used. There we go. So the output layer is being ready. So before proceeding any further, we'll save it. So I will save this file in desktop and then files, and I will name this as, let me say, So we'll name this as trial 1. So I will type trial 1 and it will take the extension .fig. So let me show you where it has been saved. So in my desktop with a file folder, with the other files, I have saved it as trial.fig. So it's confirmed there. So let's close it and again proceed with our discussion. So now we'll be using text file, especially for creating that fraction. So here we'll be putting a sigma notation, that is capital sigma. So we may type directly here, but for the first time you can type it somewhere else and then you can move it to the destination. So let me type it here. So I'm writing, let's say, assignment, or let me directly write hello world. It might not seem well, but when you scroll click it, that is guided by that mouse button. So when you scroll click, it automatically adjusts. In case if you are not comfortable there, press Ctrl E or directly press that tab and hit the hello button. So there you go. So there it pops up normally. And for editing that part, your mouse pointer should hover within that box. If it is outside, and even if you type anything, it won't be edited. So now it's editing. Now it's not. Now it's editing. Now let's delete it to delete it. And main thing for processing, like if you want it to be processed by our LaTeX file, we'll have to set that special flag on. So let's write the fraction and the sigma part there. So again, let's view what I mean to say is we want that fraction and this sigma and the input RS and CS. So instead of typing there, we'll type here. So we'll typing sigma directly. Assuming again you are comfortable with LaTeX, so using $sign, $sign, and inside with / sigma. But before that, we should be setting its attribute, that is text flag, special text flag set. So we'll be making it special, and or first let's delete it by pressing D button, and then we'll be selecting the special set, and now again typing T. So it's checked, yes. So entering the equation there, like $, and inside with capital S and IGMA, that is sigma. Again, if you want to edit, press Ctrl E, and you can see there. So $, and then sigma, and you can provide the other attributes also. So let's move it. So we'll press M for moving, and then we'll drag this button to that circle there. Again, if you want to adjust it more precisely, you can use scroll button with Control held in your keyboard to zoom in or zoom out. And for precise location, we'll be setting our point position again to dense network, which is any, and then we'll adjust as per our notation. The only difficulty with this Xfig is you can't. Of course, you can, but like it's difficult to locate it again. Difficult any graphic where it will pop up, especially the files, especially the text wordings which we'll be using. So same we'll be typing for fraction, that is frac. Again, we'll be pressing like Control E and editing it. So it's frac of curly braces S plus 1 enclosed under $. Again, the special flag should be set. Apply and done. So we'll be moving again by pressing M and then locating it inside the box. Again, we'll be returning to our grids and then snap grids points, and then we'll save it. So now here we want RS to be included. So directly we can write R and in parenthesis S, and same goes with the C also. So we can directly copy, press Ctrl C and click an image, and you can paste it there. And for editing, again, we can press Ctrl E and then you can edit it here. Just remember your pointer should be hovering inside that black box enclosure, and again we'll save it. So now's the time to process it using a command terminal. And finally, we'll delete the outer space. Again, save it, and if you press Ctrl Z, it zooms the desired file. So we'll just keep it slightly aside, and then we'll start with our terminal. That Fig2PS extension which we have installed using Software Center we'll be using now. So let's browse to the files which we are stored in desktop. So by typing Fig2EPS, because we want EPS extensions, we can see whether it is installed or not. So it was installed. So let's search to our file. So we'll be typing like yes. So it's CD, then desktop, and then we'll be searching for our files. CD files, there we go. And if we type LSL, it shows the files present in that files folder. So we have located the files. Let's confirm. There we have trial.fig, which we want to convert it into .eps format. So we'll be typing a simple syntax, that is, we'll be typing fig to EPS. So we want that figure to be converted into EPS format. So we'll type fig to EPS. Again, let me show you what are the files. So let me demonstrate by visuals. So we'll fig to EPS and then space and the file name, .fig file name. As we enter, it will give some messages and finally it will generate. There we go. So if you see there, a EPS file is generated. If we just open it, so the motive which we wanted is fulfilled. This was the only task I was pointing towards. Like, you can't, of course you can't, but with practice you can allocate the spacings of the text elements which will be processed by that LaTeX compiler. So we'll be adjusting as per our grips. Let me say here, and then we'll save it again and type the same syntax. So we'll simply press up cursor key, and let's visualize it dynamically. Like, we won't close this file. We'll just see how dynamically it improvises. We'll just adjust the file. There we go. And now again returning to terminal, and we'll type the same file by hitting up cursor key. So again fig to EPS. Let me clear the screen. Yeah, there we. So if we point it there, yes, so sigma, it adjusts itself. Same thing we can do for any other arrangements in case if it is missed or somehow displaced somewhere. Again we'll save it, and same again we'll type fig to EPS. There we go. So it now adjusts well. So with some practice we can master it within first flick. So it's very easy to make. Actually, for explaining it took time, but for making it won't take more than a minute. And that too not with simple equation as such, s by s plus 1. You can have more complex equations. So you can double click and open that file, then press Ctrl Z so that full screen view appears. And then you can use shortcut keys like M or Ctrl E for edit, M for move. That's also with some practice it can make wonders. And then again we'll browse to, actually we want that CS to come down with the arrow. So again we'll browse to a desktop, CD desktop, and then CD files. And now we want our trial.fig to be appended again. So we'll be typing fig to EPS again, or double hitting the up cursor will work. Fig to EPS, now trial1.fig, and enter. So our image, it got refreshed. So the motive which we have set for our discussion has met probably. So with some adjustments you can easily make wonders again. So with this, on the same context, we can make any flowcharts, or let me show you. So this is the flowchart which I made using Xfig again. Again, for any advanced features, we can surf the site also. So it's actually one of the good packages available outside. So thank you, creators, and thank you for making it open source. So till then, learn, explore. So sayonara world. See you back.